Hi all, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to learn about variables in Python. What are variables? How variables are declared? How the data is reused in Python? What are the advantages of variables? So let's parallelly make a note of those as well. So I will open Notepad. So a variable a variable is used to store data values in a program or in a software or in a function. So a variable is used to store data. So how we can store data in a variable? So we can declare a variable like variable 1 equal to 10, variable 2 equal to 20. Now we can add these two variables by using variable 3, or we can type result res equal to variable 1 plus variable 2. So like this we can add the two variables and print output. Like we can print the result using print statement, print result. So like this we will get the output as 30. So a variable is nothing but a container for storing data. So what are the advantages of using a variable in Python or any programming language? Generally variables are used to store data for the purpose of reusing it in the further operations. Like for example, I have declared 10 and a variable 2 equal to 20. So if we want to calculate the sum of those two variables, we have wrote the logic and then storing inside it in a variable res. So after that we are printing that result using print statement. So it has printed the result 13. So now we want to use this value 30. In that case we can use the variable result which stores the value 30. Using this result variable we can do the again we can do the reminder operation. Reminder in the sense division operation. You can divide it by 2 and then store it inside a variable named division div, and then we can print it again. Print div. Now the division result will be printed. So let's do the same operations in the ideally. So suppose we have a variable 1 which stores the value 10. Again we have variable 2 var2 which stores the value 20. Now if we want to print the result, we can take a new variable result res equal to variable 1 plus variable 2. Now if I press enter, it will store the sum of those two variables inside rest. To print that result we can use print statement and use name, give the variable name inside the parenthesis. Now this will print 30. So like this we can use variables to store data, and the stored data can be used again and again in the different functions, classes, modules, packages and project. Within the whole project we can use that value. Suppose for example, if you are uh, entering a username in the web page and you are also entering the password. So these two are stored in a variable in a data location, and these variables are matched with the database. It is a high level example, you can ignore that. So what happens is like whenever you use any form or any registration form in the browser, everything is stored inside a variable. So variable is used as a container for data in the programming world. So like this we can store different data types in Python. We are discussing only with in point of Python only, not in any other programming languages like Java, C language. It is totally different. So only Python point of view I'm explaining the variables. So I will do one thing. I will take variable 4 and store data type of string. So my name, I will put RapoTech in double quotes. So it is a string, we have to store it in double quotes. Again press enter, again print var 4 variable 4 and press enter. So what happened is like this particular string has been stored in the variable name var 4, and again we have used print statement to print the data stored in the variable. So we are using print statement to print the data stored in variable 4 var 4. So like this we can store different types of data in a variable. So why it is named as variable, why we are calling it as variable means it is changing. Variable means in general English language, variable means something which is changing frequently. Like we can declare a variable 5 equal to 10, right? We can print it directly by typing the variable name, it will print, or else we can use the print statement as well. So these are the two ways which we can print. So now here what I will do is I will type variable 5 equal to 24. So what happened now, variable 5 has been reassigned its value, data value 24. Now if we try to print that value, it will print 24. So we have updated, we have changed the value of variable 5 var 5, it is a variable name. So we can take variable name according to the requirement. For sum we generally use sum sum. In sum we can have more than one variable. Suppose a equal to 10, a is the variable name, b equal to 20, b is the variable name. Now to print the sum we can take the variable sum of var variables, or we can simply type var sum of var equal to a plus b, right? Now if you enter sum of var and then press enter, it will print 30. So like this we can use variables to store data and do any operations on those variables or data values. So if I use 10 plus 20, it will print 30. Now if I want to reuse this value, data value 30, it won't be possible because I haven't stored these data values in a variable. If I would have stored these data values in a variable, I would have reused like this to perform any kind of operations. So similarly, what happens, I will take a real-time example. Suppose there is a banking application, we have simple interest. What is simple interest? PRT, right? Principal rate time by 100. So what I will do is I will store principal amount 10,000 in variable P, then rate of interest as 5% in variable name R, next time equal to 2 years. So we have the variables principal rate time PRT. What is the formula for SI? SI equal to P into R into T by, we will I will I will put a bracket, right, by 100, right? Press enter. Now I will type print simple interest SI, press enter. So this is the simple interest for 10,000 rupees with rate of interest 5% for 2 years. So like this we can store data values in a variables and then reuse for any kind of logic or any kind of operation, and we can print the output like this using print statement. So we have many advantages of using variables. So variables are basically used only for storing data values, and these stored data can be reused in the programming or any software application, web application. So that's a brief introduction on variables. So we have many rules for variables. We will discuss those in the next upcoming videos or sessions. So there are many different techniques in Python to use variables. Suppose if I want to use the previous value, I can use underscore plus si. Like underscore means previous value is 100, right? Previous output. Underscore means we can use the previous output data value in the next command. So what I will do is underscore plus 1. So 1001 should be the output. But see what had happened. It is showing 31. Why? Because is here it is 30, right? So if we want to increase si, we have to type si plus 1. So it will increase the value 1000 with 1. So what is the previous output apart from this si? It is 30, right? So that is why it is showing as 31. Suppose the previous output is 100, this is the output. If I use underscore, it will increase 100, not 30. So To reuse the previous data output, we have to use underscore, and we can do any operations on that into 2. It will show 200. So like this we can use underscore to get the previous output for any kind of operations. So variables are of different types. Variables are of different types. Can show different data types, data values in variables, like number, strings, set, dictionaries, tuples. These are the data types in Python. We will discuss later. So as of now, just on a high level understanding. So I'm just informing, like I'm just explaining you what are the different types of values in Python. Number, generally we have 10, 20. These all are numbers, right? These are all numbers. 4.5. These are all numbers. Strings, we have something like this. Name, any kind of name. RapoTech. This is a string. A string is nothing but collection of more than one character. This is a character. In Python, we don't have characters. We call everything as string only. But in Java and C language, we have a data type called character char. But in Python, we only have strings. Even this is also a string only. This is also a string only. This part is also a string. So again, we have set. Set is nothing but it is declared like this. 3, 4 using curly braces. Fine. Dictionaries are declared like this. I will show dictionaries. Right. A colon 1 comma B colon 2. So dictionaries are nothing but we have key and value. A is the key, 1 is the value. B is the key, 2 is the value. So if I print, if I print, if I try to print dictionaries index 1, it will print 1. So I will explain about dictionaries in detail in the further videos. A tuple is nothing but it is used to store data in collections type, like we use parentheses for tuples. So these are different data types in Python. So for this we can use variables. So these are different data values. We can, you no need to worry about what data types are. I am just explaining like what is a data value, what are the different forms of data in Python which is supported by Python. So that's a brief introduction about variables. This is the basic knowledge on Python. Before before getting into any programming language, we need to learn about variables, what are data types, what are the naming conventions for variables. So we will be discussing in depth in the further videos. That's all for today. That's all for this video. Thank you.